street. You just gotta imagine the bass and guitars and drums behind me, y'all. Where do I begin to talk about that which passed years before? Whoa, whoa, shedding light upon it now. You were 20, I was 2. Your silken hair was black, your eyes were blue. Fell into them all the time. You working in a window, dressing dolls the size of model. I went shopping, saw you standing in a window filled with models. Well, I asked if you could come and eat, and said that it would be my treat to go out for a dance and a drink in the city. I had no car, you paid the fare. I asked if I could come upstairs. You said 3 things you must do for me. Bring a pair of velvet slippers, a masterpiece in pen and ink too. 10 new dresses, all with ribbons, and 4 kisses I would give to you. So we spent days and days holding hands, walking close in the rain. One day window shopping showed me you were gone. You never told me, no, no. I would do most anything, yeah, to hold once again your hand in mine. Your laughter makes me smile. When you whispered, take me home, my mind went blank. I shivered to my bones, turned to look but missed you. We dated 4 times, phone calls 20, made love in the light of fire. Turned to look but did not find you. All that's left are window models. Window models. Window models. Window models. All right, everybody. Welcome to Friday night on VashonLIVE. I really want to thank you, Sarah, for that lovely introduction. And you did it twice, just as sweetly the second time as well you did it the first. So just so everybody's clear, I don't have any monitors yet, but that's fine because we're going to keep this sucker going. And yeah, so as Sarah said, I'm Jon Whalen. And all you folks sitting at home, chin up. Let's play some music. Here we go. So this is a story about my kids. And no, I'm not going to show you a bunch of bad photos from their 2nd grade graduation. They just do a lot of stuff all over the world, and so I got to write a song about it. And this is about leaving and going away and then coming back. And sometimes you're gone for a nice long time. It's called 6 months. Well, we met at a party and you took me home. Yeah, we maybe shared a kiss or two. And after then, I didn't see you again, so I knew what I had to do. Oh, you know the people at that party place, they said, yeah, call that pretty place. I asked if they'd invite you back. Well, we had another party, people come from near and far. You know we met again, and that's a fact. 'Cause I went to well, our babies grew big and our babies grew tall, and we sent them off into the world. They climbed so high and they never did fall. One a boy, the other a girl. You know that he went east to a foreign land. Yeah, that she stayed away for years and a day. Well, he thought he'd stick around, keep his feet here on the ground. But as he sailed off, we heard him say, I've gotta go to, I've gotta go to, I've gotta go to. And it'll be 6 months till the lady brings me home. So that was the Lady Washington, a sailing vessel replica. You would go out on the Pacific Ocean and sail around, and get tossed around, and learn all sorts of cool things. Learn about himself, learn about the world, learn about other people. And then he came back, and all of a sudden he's this mature individual, and oh man, I gotta deal with that. But anyway, I'm getting old now. Well, 7 decades gone since you took me home. Some adventures, memories, and a love. I've seen a million stars, climbed a mountains high, called the world from below and above. You know, I nearly lost my life about 100 times. I maybe, just maybe, saved a few. But on the very last day, I'll see it coming my way. I'll drink a toast to the devil and to you. I've gotta go to, you know I've gotta go to. Well, I've gotta go to. And it'll be 6 months till the lady brings me home. You know my eyes will turn to dust, they'll be digging up my bones. You might think this is the end, oh no. But you know I'm moving on. I'm gonna switch instruments. That you don't know is a fixture on Vashon Island, and one of the things I think about as far as like the COVID and as far as the all the the rough stuff that's going on right now, the sort of the realization that we are in a time of change and we need this change, and resilience is the term that comes to mind. You get knocked down, you step back up, and it's how you get back rather than necessarily blaming others for the problems you're having. You're kind of figuring it out and forget the pull yourself up by your bootstraps nonsense. You need community, you need people to slow down and pay attention. And so John Brown, however, is resilient, and a bunch of years ago, he got whacked by a car during an ice storm, knocked a tree down. He was in the midst of it, got beat up, and so a lot of people came together, and I wrote this song about John Brown. And I'm gonna try to sing it for you because it was a while ago, but he came to mind in all this, and so I'm going to give it a shot. I had to rewrite some of the lyrics because I'd forgotten them. It was about 10 years ago. Well, when they came down hard that day and the snow it fell on land, the wind came along not far behind, and the trees they could not stand. Oh no, the trees they could not stand. Well, folks on the road trying to get on home before it got too late. Oh well, it's slick as snot, and if they drive a lot, well, they are tempting fate. You know, they are tempting fate. I said, now. Well, good John Brown went on down with the chainsaw in his hand. He said, a tree's gone down on the road, my hun, and I cannot let that stand. You know, I will not let that stand. Well, over the hill, that truck did come too fast to change its way. Well, the truck hit the tree, and the tree hit John, and he flew on his way. Yeah, he flew on his way. I said, John Brown, he's a natural born man. John Brown, you listen here. He's trying to do the right thing there, son, and keep those roadways clear. He tried to keep those roadways clear. Come on. Well, good John Brown went flying that day, came crashing down on the land. He's hearty folk, but you know he got broke, and he found he could not stand. Oh, he found he could not stand. And it took a little while for a tribe to arrive, and the pastor butter cakes gotta stay down. He said, oh, doc, there ain't no wind that blow hard to keep old good John Brown down. You ain't keeping old John Brown down. I say, John Brown, he's a natural born man. John Brown, what to say? My time may come, but not this day, son. I ain't waiting on the judgment day. I gotta stay here and play. I gotta stay here and play my guitar. John Brown, everybody, the Ballad of Good John Brown. Thank you very much. Woo-hoo-hoo. Oh, we're switching instruments, but we don't want there to be any dead air. No dead air. All right. So this is a really cool thing. It's bizarre to play to a house of 4-3. However, as a musician and an artist, I've done that before. So what the heck? You give as much energy to the back row as you do to the 70,000 people you played, or at least imagine you were playing to last night. If I could bring just a little bit more of that acoustic guitar in the monitor, just here. Great, that's great, thank you. All right. So I do have a set list, and it looks like this. Dash lines on the highway don't seem to pass me by. I'm not really moving at all. Driving late in the day, trying to get myself home this way. Would you be there? Oh, baby, I'm just scared that everything's empty. Red lights in my eyes, they light up when I'm not moving nowhere. Why don't I just give you a call? Motors rolling, strollers strolling, and the sun is in my eyes again. I'm wishing that I was kissing your beautiful face. Well, the green of your eyes is the signal that I've waited for so long. You're the dream that I've wanted, my sleepy hours you've haunted for so long, for so long. Dash lines on the highway, and now they are racing by. Still I am not moving nowhere. Will you be there? Oh, baby, I'm just scared that everything's empty. Green up your eyes is the signal that I've waited for so long. You're the dream that I've wanted, sleepy hours you haunted for so long, oh, for so long. Dash lines on the highway, now they are racing by. Still I am not moving nowhere. I'm wishing that I was kissing your beautiful face. Oh, that was right, Sylvie. Isn't that lovely? So not every song has a story behind it, but let's see. What do we got next? Oh, my goodness. See, it's all over. I can't even see anything. Okay, this is a story. This is a great story. Went to Senegal, West Africa when I was in my early 20s for about a month. And I felt like I'd been there for a good chunk of my life. Actually, I'm going to take a moment before that because, as Sarah pointed out, this is Juneteenth. This is a very special day for the African-American community, the Black community in this country. And there's a lot of stuff going on. And yeah, Black lives do matter. And that doesn't mean that others don't. But we need to focus on the people that are getting actively killed and clobbered. My skin doesn't make me a target. Black people do. Black people's skin does. So this is the time for us to sort of hopefully learn about that and don't believe this. I've done a lot of work on this in my social service experience. You never know enough. And one of the best things that we, particularly as white and white men, can do is listen. And I'll say a little bit more about that later. But this was a lovely time in Senegal, West Africa. And yeah, I was there with a couple good friends, and we were all Americans hanging around, and we got to enjoy the countryside and the people and some of the culture. And this sounds like a country western tune, but I was deep up in a banana plantation, which was a beautiful green place. But I'm gonna send this out to my friends on the East Coast if they're awake. Bill, Colby, Lori, Kit, Lauren, Diane. It's called Shade Tree. Sit on a wall and we'll throw a knife. Sit on a wall, we'll throw a knife. And if mama doesn't call before the night, stay out till the morning light. Going into the marketplace. Going into the marketplace. I'm gonna buy me a mango just in case. Cannot find one later. Big reveal. Who's gonna pound the millet grain? Who's gonna hang the goat that's slain? Gather the dry clothes before the rain. Sure ain't gonna be Papa. If Papa would pound the millet grain, hang the goat and cheat the rain. Oh, the shade tree would hang her leaves in pain. For without him she'd be lonely. So mama will pound the millet grain. Sister will hang the goat that's slain. While brother, he plays and ignores the rain. Papa keeps the shade tree company. So we walk plantation roads in the day. Green banana leaves in the wind do sway. From away high in one green leaf tree drops a man who cannot be 2 feet or 3. At the most you see, at the most you see, yeah. Come along with me and we'll see a friend. He lives this way where the road it bends. On his kora he'll play us a song, and then we'll have tea and be home early. we'll sit on a wall, we'll throw a knife. Sit on a wall, we'll throw a knife. And if mama doesn't call before the night, we'll stay out till the morning. Just like a live show, mistakes happen. So this goes back to relationships. A lot of us are staying in close proximity with our partners, sweethearts, children, parents. You poor teenagers, I do feel for you, and I'm sorry. But you guys have been doing great. The East Coast was laughing at us when we shut down. They are not laughing anymore. My sister lives in Brooklyn. She's had a really difficult time of it. It's really scary. And I'm sad for the people who are the naysayers that feel like this is a hoax. I don't get that. I'm sorry. But we all need to work together. We all need to be thinking about each other and helping each other out as best we can. We are so lucky here on Vashon that we've got all this wonderful space. We've got this beauty, the flowers, the plants, the gardens, the everything. People are paying attention, and I do appreciate that, so thank you all. So back to relationships. When you're stuck in your house with your partner in such close proximity, it's really, really hard. And going through a breakup, obviously, is really, really hard, too. And I had a friend who just went through something really, really horrible many years ago. But it was one of those moments where he just could not accept that it was happening. To watch him hang on to that was really, really tough. So then I wrote a song about it. I wrote a couple songs, actually. This is called Too Much Dear. We retreated to the back room, spent some time alone, cooked weekends in the city, every night be on our own. I think we fell as far as we could fall before we hit the ground. Could just think about it, sure enough you'd be around. I lean to kiss you, you're halfway there, look up in time to catch your stare. Loving you this way, for me there's nothing to compare. I dream each night of loving you and kissing you so deep, knowing that you love me as we both drift off to sleep. We'll know nothing will ever matter as long as you are near. Never let you get away. I love you too much, dear, too much, dear. I love you too much. Oh, too much, dear. Well, things between us started getting crisp around the edges. Almost nothing set it off. Nothing could make it better. I think we fell out more than we knew how to see what we left behind. It's almost too much just to walk away. You know I just about lose my mind. Well, leave to kiss you. Yeah, I wrote this song. Ooh. Well, things between us started getting crisp around the edges. Almost nothing set it off. Nothing could make it better. I think we fell out more than we knew how to see what we left behind. It's almost too much to just walk away. You know I just might lose my mind. I lean to kiss you, you're not around. I miss your eyes, your lips, your face. Baby, if you said goodbye, I couldn't know you'd leave no trace. Well, I wish I could hate you more than I do. But what I feel most is fear of the thought I'll never see you again. I love you too much, dear, too much, dear. Love you too much, too much, dear. left this room in 7 days and 7 nights, staring at your photograph in the yellow candlelight. Well, my friends, they stopped coming round. They could not stand the sight of a full-grown man letting it all go, fading away from sight. Well, no, nothing will ever matter. I can't eat, I can't sleep, I can't breathe. Please come back if only to tell me why you had to leave. Can't look again at your lovely face, breathe the scent as you draw near. You made me crazy, can't you see? I loved you too much, dear, too much, dear. Love you too much, dear. Too much, dear. Hey, I gotta lean down for a second. I'll be right back. Told you I'm back. Thank you very much out there in studio land. You guys are awesome. Let's see. I did have a list here. I was trying to figure out how it was gonna go. So I have 2 songs. One I wrote just before, well, not just before, it was one of the last ones I was performing that I'd written new. And there were another song that I wrote a while ago. I'm gonna give it a shot. I've already forgotten lyrics, so I don't have to worry about that so much. Yeah, so this one is this goes back to, I did a job for a bunch of years where I was traveling. I was on a plane a lot. It was hard. Airports are the microcosms of the country, at least, if not the planet. Get some of the best behavior and some of the worst out of people. It's quite amazing. Really, really kind, incredible kindnesses and just incredible dismissals. This is a little bit about both, but the best part is always coming home. It's called The Faces I See. Well, I see people always different, always the same. From an office on a car on a subway train. I travel leagues away from all that I find so familiar, where things are new and interesting and instantly peculiar. These are the faces I see. Not far away, yet so out of reach. Not one of them is you, they don't try to be. The one face I love of these faces I see. The faces I see. A corporate beauty, her 3-piece suit boss and their sibling pair. I spy through the seat in front of me, though I try really hard not to stare. People paper cutouts that paper these segments and ports, and it's like they're different, but only different for different sake. Like difference is the point of this stupid sport. These are the faces I see. Not far away, yet so out of reach. Not one of them is you, they don't try to be. One face I love of the faces I see. The faces I see. Oh, well, one more time I touch down, I go grab my bag and I walk all around, and I'm getting home late at night. I could find the way where they both side, and I'm getting home and I'm so dead tired from the taxi cab ride and the year-long fire. But those faces read my rearview memory. It's yours, it's closer to me. The faces I see. Yours is the face that I see, the face that I see. Well, across Maxwell's bar, north of New York City, pours me a beer and goes up and turns up the TV. Two gals and a guy with no place better to be. They sit right down next to me and start shouting out wrong answers as they watch Jeopardy. Oh, these are the faces I see. Not far away yet so out of reach, and not one of them is you. You know they don't try to be. One face I love of the faces I see, the faces I see. All the faces I see. There it is. All right, the new one, Faces I See. You say, John, play when you know it's a little comfortable and that'll be good. But it's a Friday night. It's time for new stuff, right? Can't go out and meet people, so you might as well experience those new things right here. So I think I have time for a couple more, maybe two. So this is an old tune I wrote a while back when most of y'all heard it, if you've heard me at all. And it's called The Bed. And some people may be mistaken to think it's about a lover. And some people consider their bed their closest friend. I just run into a lot of people that spoke highly of their beds, generally higher than their partners. And so, again, wrote a song. It's called The Bed. When my daily life can drag me down, leave me cold and empty while I climb my way through thin and thick air. Well, the revs I do lays heavy on me. Slide the key, unlock the door. Sanctuary wall surrounding. Stepped out of the bathroom seeking. Reach for your embrace to hold me. Well, this morning when I left you, longing filled my soul. And now you keep me safe and warm against the evening's cold. I always fall into. I fall into you. You know you hide my shoes, you fill my room. I step around your edges gently, cover you with blankets, baby. Sleep on silk and satin, I wash weekly. My heart's a rest while in your arms. Dreams overtake me completely. Close my eyes and you cover me. The kisses that I can't escape. Oh. Colors of this room reflecting moods I have found inside. And dresser holds the souvenirs of vanity and pride. I always fall into you. I always fall into you. Sadly in the morning, I disentwine my body from your touch, yeah. Memories still linger on. Your warmth, your smell I miss so much. Lovers I have had aplenty. With them you I sometimes share. Oh, oh, some may come, others may go, yeah. Know that you'll always be there. Smothered in your love, I lay my head down where I sometimes cry. Lying in your soft embrace, so catch me silent, I will die. Always, I always fall into you. I always fall into you. I always fall into. I always fall into. That sounds pretty good. Thank you all out there. I know you're just applauding like crazy. I'm hearing this in the back of my head. It's like Stadium City, 60,000 people. Actually, 60,000 people in Seattle sounds like this. Just last Saturday, or Friday, seriously, happened. Nothing. Okay. One more, two more, 7 more? One more, great. Then I have to make a decision. Which means I need to pay attention to my notes. Let's see. Okay. I'll do this one. I owe a song to a... friend, but I don't think I'm going to edit it in tonight, and I apologize for that. Thank you, everybody out there in world land, interwebs land. Be safe, treat yourselves well, treat each other really well. Learn, listen, educate ourselves. We can do this. It can be better. Defunding the cops doesn't mean eliminating law enforcement. It just takes the guns out of the equation when they don't need to be there. And this is about where I grew up in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And I used to play on a train track, inner city train track, scary things. But there were great rocks and all sorts of garbage and a dead critter lying down there. And I love telling this part that there was a shack above the tunnel entrance that said, "Danger, explosives." And there was probably nothing in there, but the sign was really cool. Play on the train track where the tunnel came through. Lots of rocks for throwing and a dead dog too. I was about to chuck a rock at a broken old toilet. You stepped in the way, I hit you instead. When we got home, Mama looked at you and said, "We gotta go to the doctor, get some stitches in your head." Well, Daddy would walk us to school in the day, everybody gonna ready and send us on our way. Playing kickball in an alley full of mud was a little bit nasty, but we had a lot of fun. You told me to meet you at the 5 and Dime. It was just around the corner. Be there in no time. Yes, it was right next door to a building where a firebomb was thrown on the only stair. 5 people died laying in their beds, wondering what kind of dreams were in there.